lose contact with people. But the story I was told when I was younger was that apparently Hitler personally asked, I think, my great grand uncle to be a military tribunal judge. And the story I was told was that he turned him down, and because he didn't want to be associated with the Nazi Socialist Party, he turned him down. And the story goes that he eventually received orders, down the road sometime in the future, maybe a short time in the future, to travel to a certain location, and he ended up driving through a minefield and blowing up. Yeah, that's the story that they told me. I don't know how. Again, this is like stuff that's been passed down from generation to generation, so I don't know.
That was so out of left field.
I know. Wow. But
why did he drive into a minefield?
Well, because
was it like, hey,
I think they told him to go drive somewhere, and it just happened to be that a minefield was in his path because he said no to Hitler.
Yeah.
Because they didn't like for example, my great grandmother refused to allow her children to be part of the Hitler Youth because they didn't want them participating in any of that. They didn't want to be a part of that. A lot of German citizens didn't want to be a part of that stuff, but they just didn't talk to anybody about it. They had to be quiet because, like, obviously if you were open about not being for the party, you would get taken away by the brown shirts or whatever. So they just were like, no, you're not going to do that stuff. And then most of the family, if they were in the federal military at one point, they were like, we're not, we don't want anything to do with like the regime. Like, we'll be in the federal military, and then that's it. So that was kind of the story that I was told when I was a kid. I don't know. I mean, there's no way for me to validate any of that stuff. It's all just based on stories from what I've been told. And, that's it, So whether or not that's true, who knows? I don't know any of that family. I think my mom might have contact with some of her cousins that might have contact with some people over there. But, I know one of my aunts in Germany, like one of my great aunts in Germany, that was like my mother's mom's sister, like was an artist and like painted and stuff like that. But that's about the extent of that I know about that side of the family, because most of that side of the family is gone. I don't have any contact with them. And then my dad's side of the family, half of them came to America and settled in Boston in like the 1700s, like before the country was founded. And then the other half came from Scotland during the 1800s during the potato famine. So they were all like really hardworking,
good dudes.
Good. Yeah. Just hardworking Christians.